Call to order the Board of Public Works for Tuesday, August 2nd. Item 1 on the agenda is approval of the minutes of the July 27th meeting.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Item 2 is a wastewater treatment facility improvement project from Myron Construction, change order 21. There's a few items on this change order. Just for the record, I go over the two major ones. One is a disc filter support and channel drain modification, which is an unforeseen condition once we exposed the base, but this is actually a benefit to us. We had to put some additional structural work into it, but we were able to reuse some of that. And item 3 is the Structure 700 digester, the temperature and digester gas pressure instrumentation modifications. The first one I had just talked about was $24,000, and this one is about $32,000. This one was for our operations. Our operators had determined that to have this, the temperature and the digester gas pressure instrumentation hooked back up to the new SCADA system would be extremely beneficial for operations. So we had to add in conduit and some wiring and stuff for that. So I think that those were the two major items. We had a couple deducts for in this change order as well, if you have any specific information. After this change order, we remain about $250,000 under the bid, the original bid cost. This change order is in the amount of $77,817.59. That would make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item 3 is discussion and possible action on a draw request regarding the developer agreement for the mall demolition and reconstruction. I have reviewed this. I concur with it. It's for some environmental work on the mall site, which is required by us, and some documentation. It is in the amount of $29,860. I would make a motion to approve.
And Eric, just a few quick questions.
Yep.
I apologize, I don't have the whole packet. Did the city contract, that was our responsibility, right, to contract for that demolition?
No, the contract for the demolition was actually done through WAS.
Okay,
And then so was this. And so the WAS is managing the contracts for this, and then they are asking for draw requests for.
through the developer's agreement?
That's correct.
Okay.
Through the developer's agreement. Yep.
And is this the last one, or how much is left remaining of what they thought might take?
I believe it was a little over $3 million.
Oh, okay.
But they haven't demolished the pennies, and then there's some other work too in there that hasn't been completed as of yet.
All
So,
right.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep,
Did you make a motion?
I did, yeah.
I'll second that.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Oh, okay. Item 4 is make recommendation for the 22 Scott Street Bridge fencing project. These bids were open on July 12th. Did you hear anything, Al?
I have not. Excuse me, I did get a hold of WPS, and they are expecting, so this is a combined contract where we're doing work with WPS. We bid out the entire project. I was expecting Mary Ann to be here to speak on our behalf. WPS, so if I break this down, WPS, part of the contract would be about $34,000, and the city's contract would be $58,000. The city had budgeted $40,000, and WPS got back with me. They had budgeted $22,000, so they're about 12 short, and we're about 18 short. WPS says they're 90% sure they're going to go ahead, or at least the gentleman I spoke to today, but he does not have final approval to move ahead. So I guess we're going to have to table this again.
Yeah, I think, until we get confirmation from finance.
From finance
Yep.
and WPS.
Yeah, okay,
I apologize. I thought I would have it cleared up by now, but I don't.
it's okay. And item 5 is a discussion and possible action on 22 Wausau Municipal Parking Ramp repairs for the Sears ramp. So these bids were opened. We had a low bidder on the day that, I believe on the same day that these were opened. The low bidder had expressed to us that they had made a mistake on the line item and their unit price and wanted to pull their bid. Is that correct?
Yes, they were looking this. They said they could not do it for that, and if there was not some consideration made, they did not want to be awarded the project, they would pull their bid.
No.
And that was the low bidder.
Yeah. So,
So I think we have a couple options. I mean, we could allow them to withdraw it and not sacrifice their bid bond, or we could ask them to sacrifice their bid bond, or I suppose we could move to the next lowest bidder. But I think the state statutes prevent us from negotiating with this low bidder to correct any kind of bidding error or mistake that they discovered after the bids were opened. That's what the competitive public bidding process is meant to prevent, as any kind of fraud or favoritism or anything like that. So we've got to think of the other bidders, even though they made a mistake and it's an inconvenience to us and we may have to rebid it. I'm going to move to, short of them wanting to take any of those other options, and I wouldn't force them to do it for something that's going to cost them tens of thousands of dollars extra, but I don't think it's appropriate legally to negotiate with the lowest bidder to reduce the scope of work, nor to add thousands of dollars to the contract, even though it keeps them low. I think it may or may not be to the city's competitive advantage if it's rebid and they're all aware of what the prior bids were. Maybe they will be closer and higher. I don't know. But unfortunately, I think we're stuck with this error that was reported to us, but only after the bids were open and known to all the bidders. So in fairness to all of them, I think we should rebid it.
okay. Do I make a motion to rebid the project?
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item 6 is the 2021 sidewalk project, SD Ellenbecker, their final payment.
I'd recommend we approve the final payment. All the work is done, and Matt Guptail did the final inspection. Engineering was signing off on it.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item 7, 22 Riverwalk Trail Project, Yonkers General Contractors, their final payment.
Yeah, this was work completed this year. Everything was done. Kurt DeBoer was the inspector, and he's satisfied with all the work, so I would recommend we make final payment to Yankee.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And number 8 is a Portland Cement Concrete license for RK Masonry.
I have reviewed that, and I'll move to approve that license.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.